In this lesson, I want to start talking about object pronouns. This is the first in a group of 4 lessons on this subject. What I suggest you do is look at each lesson, do the exercises associated with each one, and then do the big exercise at the end of the 4th lesson. This is a subject that requires a lot of practice, so there will be plenty of opportunities for you to do so. So, what are object pronouns? Object pronouns replace objects in a sentence, and we use them all the time to avoid repetition. Let's do some English grammar first, so that we're clear what we're talking about. Let's analyse the sentence, Janet sees the dog. In this sentence, Janet is the subject of the verb to see, and the dog is the direct object. If we wanted to replace the dog in this sentence, we would use the word it. Janet sees it would now be the sentence. It is the direct object pronoun. Who else could Janet see? She could see me, or you, him or her, us or them, etc. These are all object pronouns. So, there are 3 things that we need to learn about direct object pronouns in Spanish. Firstly, we want to know what the Spanish words are for the object pronouns. Secondly, we want to know when to use them. And thirdly, we want to know where to put them in a sentence. Let's take those things one at a time. Here's a list of the direct object pronouns in Spanish. Notice that lo refers to a male person or a masculine noun, and la refers to a female person or a feminine noun. And the same thing applies in the plural. When are they used in Spanish? Well, in exactly the same situations as in English, when you're referring to a noun that has been previously mentioned in order to avoid repetition. Lastly, we want to know where they go in a sentence. Apart from 3 exceptions that we'll look at later, direct object pronouns go before the verb. This is, of course, the exact opposite of the case in English, and this is the reason why this subject causes so much difficulty for learners. Let's take the sentence we looked at earlier, and now analyse it in Spanish. Janet sees it. Remember, the it is referring to the dog, which is el perro in Spanish. When you're doing these direct object pronouns for the first few times, it's a good idea to work out what all the words are in a sentence, and then put them in the right order. Otherwise, there's too much to think about at one time. So, Janet stays the same, of course. Sees is be, and it is lo, because it refers to a masculine singular noun, the dog. So the 3 words are Janet, be, and lo. I said that the direct object pronoun goes before the verb, so the correct order is Janet lo be. Let's look at another example. I love you, which could be a useful phrase to learn. I love is quiero, and you is te. So the sentence is te quiero. You have a go at one. Do this sentence. They need us now. Pause the video while you work it out. Let's do this in the same way. They need is necesitan. Us is nos. And now is ahora. So the full sentence is nos necesitan ahora. Have a go at the exercises on this page, starting slowly, and do them in the way I've shown you.